Good day, good day. We're the 28th of October, 2019. So welcome to this weekly Forex analysis. So we'll just quickly go over most of the pairs for this coming week and going over again some of the trades I took recently. Trying to give you a quick analysis on this here today. All right, so let's start with the US dollar currency index. So we had a strong, sorry, a couple of weeks ago we had a strong movement to the downside here. So from that zone, and then slowly recovered last week, but it seems maybe heading on the downside again. So we'll pay close attention to that because I'm in odd USD, so that'd be of importance for myself. So let's roll quickly with this one is Australian dollar, Swiss franc. So that one had a slow progression over the last, I would say, couple weeks. It's kind of been like sideways. If we look on the daily, yeah, so it's been like kind of ranging, not going anywhere for the last couple weeks. But it seems now we might get some movement to the upside, and then potentially go reach that zone. So it was probably a strong buy if you look at the zone down here. Like that one was probably the best place to get into in that case now. But considering that it's been going down for quite some time now, if you look even to 2012, there might be some good potential to the upside for this one. So be patient, but you might be looking for longs at this point, especially if it crosses this weekly trend here. At this point here, and then we might get some recovery for the Australian dollar that's been going down for forever, it seems. Seems to be the same thing for odd GPY. Again, kind of on this candle here for last week. Not too sure what that was, but it kind of had some rejection here. But it looks like it might be recovering again this week. So Australian dollars starting off strong this week. Same thing for Australian dollar, New Zealand. Again, it's been kind of had some strong rejection up to this zone. It came down and it wanted to push again, and then got rejected. It's also strong reject the bottom, so it seems to be really between that ranging between these two zones here. So I guess in this case, what I would probably recommend is to wait that it's showing you like a potential for the upside at this point here, or even kind of drop lower to this here. But it seems that the way it's heading, maybe the Australian dollar's got some potential to the upside. So I'd probably be patient, but look what the reaction is in that zone. Okay, so the trade I'm with right now. So as you see here, so you see the green and the red. So that's stop loss and take profit. So I went, I think it's a 1.5 ratio. So I believe it was 100 pips down, and then it's 150 pips reward on this one. So yeah, that's where the 1.5 comes from. Essentially, you want to have a positive. If you can do a 1 to 2, that's even better. But this one had a strong kind of pin, a strong wick, so it was tough to. So I had to go lower than this wick here. Otherwise, if there was some movement, this could have taken me out. And for nothing, because sometimes you get taken out of a trade and there's still some potential to the upside, and then you're just out just before the movement actually happens. So I wanted to be patient. Again, on this one, last week was kind of a bearish week, but it seems like I've mentioned on the previous Australian pairs, it seems like it wants to maybe move to the upside. So hopefully they can reach it here. And then my reasoning why I'm going about there, if I going way past, it's because we got that's the 36 EMA. And then we might see some rejection from that zone on weekly, and then we'll probably get a bounce at this point. So that's rather be on the safe side. I've got a fairly good ratio here, so if I can get to this area for a nice 150 pip take profit, that'd be great. And again, I'll mention it again. I'm just in this trade right now. Sometimes I'm trying to do 2 to 3 trades at the same time. It's just that starting slowly, smaller account, and then that's what you need to do. You need to kind of be patient, and I can't be in so many pairs, and especially with the leverage. So I'm with a broker with a bit less leverage at this point, which is probably safer overall. So I mean, you can take 1 to 500 leverage, but then again, people overuse it, and it doesn't become you don't become a better trader by doing that. So. And again, remember, if you're making $100, let's say you have $100 account, and then you're making $100, 150 in a week, well, then that means you could have lost the entire account as well, right? So I think that's not smart. You just go slowly, slow progression. If you can be within 3 to 5% even, that's pretty good. So that means if you just do $5 in a week, you'd be at 5% if you started with a $100 account. So don't try to go for 50 or 60, because then in that case, yes, it's positive, but then on the next bad trade, then you go back down to what you first started with. So that's not really smart. Would you actually do it with $10,000? Would you do it with 100K in your account? Would you risk the entire account at that point? Probably not, right? So that's my point on this one. So if you treat your, let's say, $100 properly, then in that case, then you'll be, once you adopt those big not really big, but those great, risk reward ratio, great attitudes toward trading, then that's going to be a bit better once you actually go with a bigger account. You'll feel safer. You'll feel more confident about yourself there. Let's have a look next on this one, which is CAD Swiss franc. So that one, it's kind of up and down, up and down, up and down. So we'll have to see what it does at the 200 here. Not really interested in trading that right now. CAD GPY, another one that looks to be kind of going on the upside. It looks like the CAD dollar is doing good for us. Maybe it'll be a good time for me to go change some money with the US dollars. CHF JPY. All right, so this one, kind of same thing here. It might have some actually support here at the 36. Let's have a look on the daily. Yeah, it looks like it might want to, but then again, you see, especially for that day. So today, see if it actually goes through that, or if it's going to reject and then go to the downside. So again, remember, it's been pretty much steady down for a while now. So be careful on that. But if it, sorry, I'm trying to extend that a little bit. So yeah, if it goes past that, you might get a fairly good trade to the upside. But then again, just be careful. Watch what's going to happen in that area. Euro odd. Yeah, so it seems like it's one of those pair that trends for quite some time. Even on the weekly, it's trying to zoom in a little bit. So yeah, it's been kind of going in that zone for a while now, going up and down, and then back up, rejection, then down and rejection again, and then this one was a green candle, rejected again, then not so much movement to the downside, so it doesn't really want to know where it's going. So again, just wait for strong movement. In this case, what you can wait is maybe it's going to go past that, have some retest, then go this way, or even now, if it's going to break this, do something like that for retest here, especially with that trend, and then you might look for continuation down. So just have a just be patient for now on this one. That's what I would recommend. Go back here, EuroCAD. That one is another one that's been kind of close to that zone. So if you look at this here, that's where I take it from. So this zone here. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the last 2 months doesn't look like it knows where it wants to go. So I'd probably just wait on this one. see where, again, same kind of principle of the other one. See um, where it's going to, go through to the downside, wait for kind of retest, and then move up to the upside, or the opposite for the buy side. Euro CHF. Yeah, this one's kind of a odd. Let's put that here. Kind of a line. Yeah, you see that this line's kind of some support from before. And then let's have a look here. It looks like it's got some decent movement to the upside based on a couple weekly candles here. So fairly big one on this one, fairly big one there, and then kind of rejection, but it seems like it wants to head back there, but then again be kind of looking in that area. If we look daily, what does that look like? Yeah, it looks like it might still get some support to the upside. So personally, I would have probably liked to be kind of in the trade, like in that area. So I'm not really looking right now. Maybe once it goes maybe to this level, see if it's something that maybe, yeah. So I'd wait. Usually that's not the actual pair that's the most popular. That one's kind of odd. Euro CHF is pretty close to each other, same as like the Euro GBP. Although this one, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one actually goes down here at some point, especially with this. This candle might signal some kind of reversal, but I wouldn't be. There's a lot of candles in that region. I wouldn't be surprised that it goes right back there. Let's look, see if I can. Yeah, so there might be some kind of a zone here. Whoops. Not that. All right, let's try to do that again. Yeah, it might have some actual. Anyway, it was a zone that it's actually happened in April, so it might retest that. I was actually in the trade on the upside here, and I think I took about 200 pips on this one, and then it came all the way. It just ranged for a while, to eventually come down. So, yeah. So I'd probably, for myself, I'll probably just wait, see what it's going to do. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back right down to this zone there. Euro GPY. Looks like this one in the weekly might actually finally be heading upwards. I think it's probably the same case if we looked at the GBP, GPY, the ones that was stuck on the downside, on the upside when he actually went down. That wasn't good for my account. So that's why when I'm saying just be cautious with your leverage. So yeah, so I probably looked, that might be a good zone there to go on the upside. See if we can get something that goes past that. And this week, and then this might actually signal something if it can close above that here. Euro NZD. All right, so this one is kind of this one can range as well for a while, as you see. So now it's in that zone where we got strong reversal here. It actually didn't quite get there. So again, with like some kind of trend line over here, I'd probably just wait. Again, give a better signal from this this zone up here, because it was like quick, then this went past, but then went back straight back down. So it could be a case of maybe there's a small zone up here. Yeah, there is. Yeah, so it could be. So if we do it, there might be a little something up here. So let's have a look. Yeah, so we'll see what it can give you, but I wouldn't be. Yeah, not sure. Well, I'd probably wait on this one. Euro. So again, on the Euro US dollar, so you see here on this 36, how strong that is, and it's probably a bit more than that if we changed it, but almost like a respect right there. So is it going back down to this zone now, or is it gonna get some power on the upside? So let's wait and see. GBP odd. Well, it actually went past here. Might be getting out of steam there for the British pairs. We'll see what comes out with the Brexit, but it came up really strong. So I wouldn't be really buying now. Just gonna wait some kind of correction before doing anything. I think that this would apply to GBP CAD as well, and this one as well, GBP Swiss. Seems to be quite strong recently, but I'd probably wait some kind of retest at least here, a bit lower. Then GBP JPY, same case as most of them look pretty much the same. So when you're looking at pairs, usually Australian dollar is going to look fairly similar to each other, as well as sometimes the NZD USD, which looks fairly similar to odd USD. GBP USD again. That's so the the British pairs are pretty much strong across the board. Again, is that signaling, to this zone, a quick movement to the downside? That might be. So it's if you'd like to trade that, that could have been a great area there to right after this weekly candle. Although it seemed like it got some rejection from the buyers here, and we'll see how it plays out this week. It'll be interesting to see. USD CAD. So that one seems to be heading back down. I'll probably retest this zone here, same level, and then see where we can get. At this point, I haven't really traded this one too much, even though that's one that's correlated the most to where I live right now. So it can actually go down. So if it keeps going down, that means I can get more US dollars, better exchange rate for us going in the States. Oof. So this one is stuck in the middle of nowhere, I find. Swiss franc, USD. Yeah, let's wait. USD JPY, it seems so. We're probably gonna see it here. It'll be interesting to see how it reacts to this 200. After a strong movement like that, I wouldn't be surprised to have a bit of correction at this area. So wait and check for this. And so I was looking at New Zealand dollar CAD. I think this one had pretty good potential because it's a fairly strong zone there. So if you I could probably try to go for a sell buy on this one. It would be even better. You could have your stop loss just below this zone here, and then go for a buy. If it does it, it does it. If not, then you have a really small loss. So it's a good. This one, if we went to about the 36, so it might turn a little bit here. So you might get almost like a 1-to-5 ratio, which could be pretty good. So that's something to look at. I really like to, beside the other method I'm using, I like to use those weekly candles and the actual zones. It gives you a good idea how the actual week went, and it gives you a good overview. So although we had like two strong candles indicating the upside, maybe that's a retest, and then we're going to go up now. So let's wait and see what you can actually maybe put a buy when it goes above that area. So that could be another thing to do. NZD CHF, same, looks pretty much same. And then this one, like I said, looks pretty much like the odd USD. So if we open this one, although odd USD seems to have a bit more, no, it looks about the same. So they're highly correlated. If there's a pair, sometimes you're asking which one should I start first. I would probably go against the pound pairs because they're moving quite fast. So if you don't know what you're doing, you might find yourself with your account gone the next morning. So just be careful. But if you try to trade odd USD, some of those pairs, odd USD, odd USD CAD moves, but not that bad. You just got to pay attention to the news if you're not trading. If you're trading lower time frames. NZD USD, that's another one that's not moving too much. USD JPY, also an interesting one to look at. But if you're looking at GBP pairs, GBP NZD, so that one can take 200-300 pips in one day, in a few hours. So if you don't want to find yourself with your account being gone quickly, then because sometimes this one moves almost the same as like Bitcoin and crypto. So just be careful on this one. Again, once you develop a good strategy, you might be good with it, but just make sure that you know what you're doing before you trade actively those ones. I was stuck against trade here. I wanted to catch the upside, which you shouldn't do that, and then find myself that I need to get out of it. Pretty much emptied my account on this one. So when it goes down or against you, it's gonna go. So just be careful about that. Yeah, so that's pretty much this for this week. So hopefully you liked it. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any comments, make sure you put them down below, or if you have your opinion on the actual trades. If not, then we'll see you next week. So hopefully my odd USD pair will finally get to take profit, and then we can skip and go to another one. In the meantime, I keep learning another strategy there with Fibonacci levels. Daily scalper strategy. It seems to be pretty much using it on demo right now, so it seems to be working pretty well. So we'll be taking that one live shortly. I'll let you know when that's the case. So hopefully you liked it, and then we'll see you on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.